What's going on, everybody? We are back with another Reddit video. We're going to be jumping into the digital marketing thread on Reddit to answer some questions that people have and hopefully help some businesses. I know that a lot of people have liked these videos that I've been putting together, so let's jump into it. Best strategy when running Facebook, Instagram ads for a spa. I want to help a cousin with her spa business. I'm new to Facebook ads world. I know how to run campaigns, build landing pages, instant forms, and everything on a basic level. What's the best strategy to get new clients to book facials, massages, and spa services? Is it to direct them to a landing page where they put their information, a book now with a phone number to call redirect, an instant form, or something else? I'm grateful for your time. Thank you. I think this is something that a lot of people can relate to, whether you do like spa services, maybe like a small doctor practice. Well, maybe this idea wouldn't work for a doctor practice. I think this would work for a lot of different small businesses, but specifically for a spa, the first thing that comes to mind is if you want to get new clients, right? Why don't you contact your current clients with an offer? You maybe do like an email blast, bring them to a landing page where they can schedule an appointment, where they can bring a friend for 50% off, 25% off, $10 off, whatever you want to do. But I think if you're trying to actively get new clients, the best thing you can do is tap into your current client resources, your current client base, I should say, and extend that offer through your current clients. So that's probably the only thing. That's where I would start. Not the only thing I would do, but that's where I would start. Obviously, you should have a landing page. Any campaign should have a specific landing page for it. When someone clicks on an ad, they expect to get somewhere. And when they get to that place, they expect to see a continuation of the message that made them click on the ad. So you do need a landing page. You should have a book now. Now, in terms of like what the message, what the offer should be, you have to give them a reason to come to you. Hopefully you have good service. Hopefully you provide a good experience. All of those things are basic, right? So you don't want to be telling people you're going to have the best spa experience of your life, because ideally every spa experience should be the best spa experience of their life. You could do something maybe a little more tactful, like geofencing other spas and targeting people who go in and out of there, so that you know that there are people who get facials and treatments and massages, but there's also people who don't come to you. So by targeting other locations, you could pull people in that use your services that are not your customers. So there's definitely a multitude of ways you can attract people, but it's really all in the offer. Really what you should be doing is promoting your organic presence. Lots of reviews, lots of testimonials, lots of smiling people with their happy new faces, lots of relaxing people getting a massage. You could definitely do bios on the masseuses, on the practitioners. Forgive me, I don't know what they're called. Doctors, nurses, spa people. There's definitely a way to get your message out there without paying for ads or running a traditional campaign, and certainly something that should be done on an ongoing basis. Let's jump to the next one. What should be a good marketing strategy for a laboratory glassware factory? Hello, amazing marketers. I'm here again asking for advice. So I wanted to know what would be a good way to boost sales for a laboratory glassware factory. They make glassware for laboratories like beakers, test tubes, etc. They have just a landing page with their certification on it for a website. Seriously, they have like a total of 700 words at most in the entire site. Any advice or tip is well appreciated. Thank you in advance. Okay, LinkedIn is typically the first place I would start with a B2B business. Maybe within that, the content is durability testing of the beakers and test tubes. But really, the opportunity certainly lies in the website. If there's only one page with a certification and 700 words on it, there's a significant opportunity to really bulk out the content strategy for them. You should be writing long form blog content about the benefits of using your beakers versus the competition for schools, for laboratories, for research centers, all of those different things. Within those pages, you want to have videos of the beakers. You want to have maybe durability tests of the beakers. You want to explain what each of the different beakers are used for, because those things are going to help you rank organically. People would argue that
my audience already knows what an Erlenmeyer flask is used for.
But they're going to be searching for an Erlenmeyer flask for whatever it's used for. So don't assume that because people already know, they don't need to be told, because you are telling the people, but you're also telling the search engine. So when the people are telling the search engine, this is what I want to see, you're telling the search engine, this is what I can show. So you need to make sure that you actually show up when they're looking for it. I'm curious to see what other people say. Sounds like B2B. I assume the purchasers of their materials are procurement departments. So instead of having a website checkout, they should create pages that make sure they collect the information from these people so their own sales department can reach back to them. Example, create pages about their products and try to use call to actions like contact forms, request pricing button, request demo, sample, or whatever. Then you should probably start advertising for these pages once they're optimized to capture leads. Yeah, I mean if you sell a product online, read that comment, because that's what you should do. Website development, paid ads, call tracking, lead capture, lead nurture, on-page SEO, technical SEO, backlink, social media. That's the process in order. I've used on 50 client and it works every time. Again, great. You do digital marketing and you know the steps. Account-based marketing is a good fit here. Jesus, finally someone that actually like says something. Whoops, sorry. Okay. For those of you that don't know what account-based marketing is, ABM is just another way of saying we know who our customer is and we want to talk directly to them. So again, this is why LinkedIn is perfect for B2B and for ABM and for other marketing tactics. If you own a business, let's say a glassware company, and you want to sell your glassware to other businesses, in the marketing world, those other businesses are going to be called your accounts. You're trying to land those accounts in your business, and you're going to base your marketing off those accounts, right? So if you're a glassware company and you sell flasks, you're going to identify all the different accounts that would use your flasks, right? Bob the electrician is not going to be in your account-based marketing list. Town Public Elementary School might be on your ABM list. The difference in how you're targeting these people really is the ABM, right? Because ABM, you're going to be talking to the school, specifically talking to the school.
How do you do that?
You're going to do that by identifying the people at that school. Every school in a 20-mile radius could potentially be one of your accounts. And you're going to say, all right, who's the director of the science department? We know Scott's the director of the science department. The difference between this is that maybe Scott's elementary school can't afford your flasks, right? So we're not going to be targeting all of those elementary schools in the 20-mile radius. They could all be your accounts, but they're not. And that's really the crux of what ABM is. I don't know if I'm explaining this the right way, but if you are selling glassware and you are targeting schools, you are not doing ABM. If you are selling glassware and you are targeting a handful of schools in a district that have names attached to them, and you know the names of those schools, those are your accounts, okay? All right, Facebook ads, retargeting. Hello guys, I switched fully on broad and my clients creative are crushing it. Now I want to do some retargeting. I did research and many experts are saying that there is no need to waste money and time on retargeting because Facebook is already retargeting buyers when there is a 1+ frequency. Or should I just use retargeting creatives on broad? And if you are using retargeting campaigns, what are the campaign setup, what audience you use, and what kind of creatives and copy do you use? Should I use more creatives or just one image ad? Okay. There's a lot to unpack here. I'm going to try to go slow. I'm going to try to be diplomatic. Retargeting is a specific kind of targeting. By definition, you are targeting someone who has taken an action, an identifiable action with your brand, and you can target them again. You can re-target them. So by pure definition of the term retargeting, if an ad has a 1+ frequency, that's not a retargeting ad. That means your ad was shown twice to the same person. Maybe a couple more times, but at least 2. You aren't wasting money on retargeting if you do it correctly, because the retarget is going to be a different message. So they see ad number 1, it says,
"We sell cars."
They click on it, they go to inventory, and then they bounce. 7 days later, 10 days later, 30 days later, you serve them up another ad that says,
"Still looking for a car?"
and you can serve them that last ad. Now, how do you know they clicked on the ad and they visited the landing page? Because you should be tagging these things accordingly. You should be using UTM parameters. You should be identifying where your traffic's coming from, and you should be understanding what's working and what's not working. So by knowing all of those things, you can start to build a retargeting campaign that specifically targets people based on an action or sequence of actions that they took on your website before. I've used retargeting campaigns for almost every single client I've ever worked with. Almost ever. If the budget permits, you set up retargeting. Why? Because those are the people that interacted with your brand. Target them again. A lot of people set up like a 30-day remarketing cycle, a 60-day remarketing cycle, a whatever day remarketing cycle. You could have multiple remarketing cycles set up. So if you have a very long sales cycle, like 2 years, 3 years, if you sell a enterprise software package, service, whatever it is, no one's coming in off of your Google search ad, clicking the link, and then swiping their credit card. It's not how it works. What you need to do is follow them through that process. Day 0 to 30, you're just trying to remind them that they were looking at you. Maybe day 30 to 60, you entice them with like a webinar. No commitment, we're not trying to sell you. Don't even care if you buy right now. Then we move on to day 90 through 180. Now we know that they've clicked on the ad, we know that they've watched the webinar. Now we might send them an email that says, hey, hope you like the webinar, give us your contact information and get a free demo. If they're gonna buy something on Temu, it might only take an ad on Facebook. If they're gonna spend 60, 70, 80 grand, if they have to sign up for a 3-year deal with you, it might take a little bit more convincing, and your ads should follow them along that journey. Should I use more creatives or just one image ad? Always use more creatives. At a minimum, you should be running 3 to 5 creatives for all the ads that you do run. Pin them up against each other, let the winner stay, swap out the ones that aren't working, and then do it again. So if you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and thank you so much. Peace.